the Hydra V2, which I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear about. So, okay, here's the deal. The Hydra V2, okay, I've got this sitting on top of the Popular right now, and I've got a nice titanium drip tip from Vape Syndicate on top of that right now. Before I start talking about it, I want to take a vape. Hold on a sec. Okay. Guess what, guys? Guess what? I have a new favorite atomizer. How about that? Okay. I like this. I like this more than the Hellfire Mega. I like this more than the Fugatti. I like this more than the AC9. I like this more than the Synthesis. I like this more than the AMR. I'm trying to think of what else I've been using recently. I like this more than other stuff you've seen me review on the show. This is an awesome, awesome atomizer. There is a list over on Vaporwall for it. If anybody is interested in signing up for the list, I think it's still open. I don't know. It's been there for a while. He's kind of working through orders right now. It's vaporwall.com. Be prepared, just so you know, he's from the Ukraine. The fellow that makes this is Bashik1. B-A-S-H-I-K-1. This is that same link that I linked earlier, the Art of Exhale. He's the guy that makes the crystal that's just come out. It may be easier to get on that list. It looks like it'll perform similar to this device. I think it's got a similar type of top cap on it and everything. I trust him after how this thing performs. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome atomizer. The combination of just everything about this, it wicks incredibly well. And this is something that, you know, a lot of the people in here know, but some of the newer folks may not realize. Wicking is not all about how good you are at making a wick. The design of the atomizer affects the wick as well. The way that the air travels over the wick can help pull juice up the wick. In addition to that, the size of the fill hole where the air is traveling into the tank, you know, replacing the juice as it comes up the wick, that has a great effect on it as well. The way the air circulates through the top cap, it all affects the wicking. Wicks extremely, extremely well. I think it looks cool. It's all titanium. It's got a really nice... It is not 22 millimeter. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. It's not a 22 millimeter. I wish it was so that it could fit flush on some of the other stuff that I have. But it's really not a huge deal. I don't even care. It's so good. It's got a really nice looking tank protector on there. It actually is... It's not... You know, you can actually turn it. It's kind of cool. It fits, as you can see, it fits flush on the Popular. There's no gap there. But oh my God, this thing vapes incredible. It wicks incredibly well. It's not super airy. It's on the smaller side of the air holes that I use. I think it's a 1.2 millimeter, which I think is kind of like the ideal size. It's a little tight. It's a little tight, but not too tight. So you get a good. That sounded dirty. Yeah, it's perfect tightness, but it gives you the perfect balance of vapor production and flavor, in my opinion. It's very similar to the way that the Hellfires function. The Hellfires are not gonna you're not gonna blow giant, ridiculous plumes of vapor with the Hellfire. You get good vapor production without sacrificing flavor, which is where this is right here. And there's a couple reasons why I think. This is all my opinion. I am not an atomizer designer. I'm not a mod maker, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But here's why I think this works so incredibly well. So there's a couple things about this here. Okay, if we take a look under the top cap, it's got, so you can technically set this up with a dual wick if you want to. I've got, so you can see I've got a plug in there. That's where the second wick would go, and that little hole next to it actually doesn't go down all the way to the tank. That's where the second screw would go. And then the large hole on the opposite side there that you see, that is the fill hole. Now there's a little plug that comes with it for that as well, if you want to you know, put something in there to prevent it from leaking while you're traveling around. It comes with this little goodie bag, which contains an extra tank. It contains extra O-rings. It comes with a little piece of mesh, and then you'll see here there's that little plug I was telling you about. Okay, so okay, so here are a couple reasons why I think this thing is so awesome. One, the top cap is not a cavern. Okay, it's actually pretty tight. I don't know if you can tell just by looking in there, but it's a pretty tight top cap. It's not like a super crazy reduced chamber or anything, but it's a pretty tight top cap. Here is the thing that I've noticed with this device. It gets warm. Not the whole device, but the top cap gets really, really warm really quickly, and that is a product of two things. One, because it's made of titanium, and that will both heat up and cool off faster than stainless steel will, and because it's super thin. The atomizer weighs like almost nothing. I didn't put it on a scale, but it's so incredibly light. The metal is very, very thin. I'm going to take the top cap off again just so you can see just how thin the body of this is, okay? Now, and then, hold on, I'm going to show this to you compared to the Somnium, okay? Take a look at this. Look at the difference in how thick the metal is here, okay? Do you see that? Is that crazy? Look at that, okay? I mean, it's a huge, huge difference. So, it gets really warm really quick, and I'm not, and I'm saying this is a very positive thing. Okay, it is not bad that it gets warm. You're not going to burn your finger on it. It does get very, very warm, but what that does is it also warms the vapor in the chamber. Between that and the small size of the cap, you're getting a really warm, really flavorful, really sharp flavored vapor from this device, and it's awesome. The thing just vapes incredibly well, and I mean, you don't even have to tilt it, and it wicks awesome. And I'm using you know, I'm using a pretty low ohm coil on it too. I think I have it at a 0.9. But it does, you know what, it looks cheap because it's so thin, and it looks like it would be flexible, but it's not because it's titanium. So it's actually really durable. I mean, I can't bend this thing. I'm going to take another vape because just talking about it makes me want to vape this thing. But oh my God. We can talk about that later, Relentless. We'll take that offline. I don't want a list of people asking me to buy them Hydras. But this thing is fantastic. So I haven't experienced flavor as crisp and sharp and warm on any other device other than the Hellfire Mini. The Hellfire Mini, the vape on that is exceptional. Just the juice capacity is just too small for me. You know, it's great if you can carry your juice in a syringe around with you, or if you're home. It's awesome. It's an amazing vape, but it's just too small a juice capacity for me. But yeah, I mean, it has a decent sized juice capacity. It's about 2.5 milliliter. It's not huge, but it's a good size. What's up? Hey, there's Capone's Pops. How you doing, man? That guy's got a titanium Hydra too. Yeah, needle tip bottle, that works too. But I mean, yeah, it's phenomenal. This thing is phenomenal. It's absolutely fantastic. I love everything about it. It hits really well. There's very little voltage drop to the atomizer. That was another thing actually about the Somnium that I didn't love. I noticed I've got a pretty big voltage drop to the atomizer on the same mod as this, but it's so warm and so sharp and so flavorful. And it's got other things that I like about it as well. You know, it threads down flush on most devices. You know, a lot of that's going to be a product of the mod that you're using it on. It's got the tank protector. I really like that. I really like how snug this fits. Okay, it's got, you can see on the inside here, it's got a groove. That's where the O-ring sits, so it pops right in there, and it is not going anywhere. I mean, I can shake the shit out of this thing, and I don't know if you can see like what I'm doing to this, but that top cap is not going anywhere off of this device. It's awesome. It is awesome. If you can get on the list for this, if you can't get on the list for this, try to get on the list for the Crystal, which I think, don't hold me to this, but I think it will perform just as well as this device. Man, Bashik, dude, good job, man. This thing is fantastic. Let me take another vape. God. Oh, man, it's so good. It's so good. You need to get one of these if you can. You need to get one of these. The price on them is pretty reasonable too. I mean, they're not cheap. It's a high-end device, but you know, compared to the price of a Fagati or a Doodlebug, which are over $200 a pop, this guy you can get, I believe, is around $130 for the retail price on this. And you're getting more bang for your buck for sure. I can't think of much that I don't like about this device. I mean, it has adjustable throat hit because it's an O-ring top rather than a screw top. So if you want it to hit a little harder, get a little less vapor, you can misalign it. You can set it up with a dual wick if you want to. Maybe, you know, I wish it had maybe a little bit more juice capacity. If we're really going to get nitpicky, but it's not a huge deal. Yeah, like Uncle Dagger said, you know, they manually approve everything over there because they have had major issues with spam in the past, and I totally understand that. It took me almost a month to get approved back in the day, so you know, try to be patient. And Uncle Dagger, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it for you offering to help some of the people in chat out. That's very good of you. What else to say about the Hydra? It's awesome. It's awesome. Everything about it's great. You know, if, like I said before, if I'm gonna get real nitpicky, I wish it was a 22 mil diameter so that this would fit flush on a Bear Brass mod or a Caravella, which as much as I like the Popular a lot, but those are my two favorite mods right now. And I really like the Chiyu as well, although that's not a 22 millimeter. I think it's a 23. Regardless, yeah, the thing is just killer. It's absolutely fantastic. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I really don't have anything else to say about it other than it's just a fantastic device. Bashik really outdid himself, and yeah, it's killer. Just performance-wise, period. And that's really the most important thing. You might not love the look of it. You might think that the metal looks a little thin and cheap. I personally don't think so because it's titanium. But performance is the most important thing, and this thing outperforms everything else that I've used. So I'm going to take another puff on it, and then we'll move on. Oh, killer. Killer.